So I thought I'd do a bit of a walk and talk video today. Something a bit different, and in this market, I mean, it's pretty fragile right now, and I've been thinking about actually why is it so fragile at the moment, and I think it's a little bit more than just what we think about correction. And yeah, of course, you know, the cards were 10 times, things have blown up 10x on something, so we were always going to see a correction. But I'm just wondering, you know, given what's going on, like, is it a little bit more than that? I think it might be, and I'm wondering if EBO3 has caused a little bit of this problem, because I haven't seen as many people ripping it, because I think for a lot of people maybe it's been a little bit out of reach for people. And so I wanted to think about today, first of all, is it due to interest? The reason that we've had a bit of we've seen this continued dip or correction, whatever you want to call it. And also, I think for me right now, today, there's two things that you can do, in my opinion. And again, this is from a collector's perspective. I'm not giving you financial advice. It's for you to do your own due diligence and have your own questions, and make your own decisions and question yourself, I should say. But two things right now, I mean, you can buy or you can wait and see. For me right now, I wouldn't be selling. And I made my last video, I said don't sell, and I believe that, you know. Not telling you what to do, but everyone needs to have a think right now in terms of what they want to do. And I'm just wondering, I think the people that are potentially selling right now are the ones that bought 10 Bubble Zorros. You know, I was at a card show, there was a guy with 10 Bubble Zorros, and I was thinking, that's all fine if you can sell those at $1,000 each, $1,200 each. What happens when you can't? And, you know, I want one of those Bubble Zorros, don't get me wrong, but I'm just wondering if there's a few people that are slightly over leveraged right now. And that's the reason that we're seeing this dip, and that we're seeing it's a bit more than the dip, isn't it? It's a bit more than the correction. And I made a video about sealed on my last one, and I think sealed is for me still the way to go if you are waiting. And there has been a drop in sealed, but it's not been as dramatic as what we've seen. And you know, I think this comes back to, if you look back on my videos, I'm walking and it is quite hilly here. But you know what, just quickly, it has been raining every day in the UK for so long, and it's so nice now to be able to just get outside and film a video with you guys outside of my man cave. So I'm currently in the forest. I thought I'd give you a quick, isn't it nice just to be able to get outside and do this with you guys? Anyway, I digress. Where was I? So I think there's two things you can do right now. You buy or you wait and see. And you've got to be in one of those, you're probably in one of those two camps. And I just think that, you know, for you collectors out there that have bought a card when it was a bit frothy, and we've all been there and we've all done this, you know, you might be stuck in a card. I think about the why. Think about why you're in this and how long you're in this for. I've had a few people in the comments asking me, you know, if you're in this for the next 3 to 5 years or longer, don't sweat it, guys. Like, if you're looking at your collector app every day and seeing it go down, like, I'm not sweating it, because I know long term the IP's strong, i.e. the anime's amazing. It's only continuing to improve and continuing to release new content. Even you've got season 2 coming out. What's going to happen when season 2 comes out? There's going to be more people coming in. And so I'm not worried about these prices. So for me, I'm like, where is there opportunity? Can I potentially look at getting a little bit more? Can I potentially look at sniping some of those cards that I really want? I mean, I had somebody on eBay, they offered me £800, which is about 1,000 US for a Gear 2. I said to my friend, I can't believe, this is in Japanese, sorry, to be clear, it's in Japanese and it's raw. But 1,000 US for a Gear 2, I mean, in Japanese, but still, like, is there an opportunity to get into some big grails? And if I hadn't spent so much in the last few months on One Piece, I'd probably be in there looking to snap that up, to be honest. But I just thought, you know, I'm just waiting, I'm being a bit picky. You know, you guys know I collect event mangas, and there's the Zoro, the Demon Blades one, the Demon Nine Swords, I think it is. I'm looking at that at the moment. I made somebody an offer. You couldn't get that for less than about 250 US. I made the guy an offer of about 130 US, about £100 for you guys in the UK. And for those of us in the UK, I should say. So it'll be interesting to see, and I think there's some opportunities to snipe some stuff and get some really good deals right now, because I think you know, the general frothiness of the market, because it's died down now, it's allowing us to actually get into a few of these cards that we've been looking at for some times. And I've been looking at this Gear 2 for so long, I just haven't quite made a decision on it. And do you know what? I'm waiting for the market to really flip. What do you guys think? I think when the market does flip, are we going to see like a bounce where it just goes back to crazy? I don't think we will. I think it'll be much more subtle this time. And you're starting to see on Sealed already. I had a few people in the comments saying, oh, you know, Sealed has dropped. Yes, it has dropped, but it hasn't dropped in the same way. And Sealed already from last week, it's actually gone back up from where it was. I've gone the wrong way, here we go. It has actually gone up from where it was last week. So it's already, some of the prices are starting to go back. But I do think it's a bit more than a correction that we're seeing. I do wonder if it's due to interest. And this was my point of the video around EBO3. And isn't it interesting that Ascended Heroes came out at the same time? And look online, I think obviously Pokemon's way more popular, but some of the YouTubers and some of the content creators are opening up Ascended Heroes right now. And I just wonder, because of the price of Ascended Heroes, in simple terms, you can pick up a box of Ascended Heroes for like 100, 120, 150 pounds, something like that. Whereas EBO3, if you can get it, you've got to pay 250 to 300 pounds. So like, what's that, 350 US, 400 US? So that scared the life out of me. So I'm quite deep into the forest, and some guy just blasted past me on his bike. Yeah, so I'm just wondering, is it just because of that price that we're seeing there's not as many people ripping EBO3? And this is an interest game. It's like, how many people are currently looking at other things because of the people that were investing 5, 10, 15 grand into these cards? You know, like the guy that had the bubble Zoros, all those bubble Zoros. I'm like, yeah, I mean, is he maybe stuck with that, and then they having to flip those really cheap because the people that are selling 10 bubble Zoros or selling all these different cards, these massive cards, you know, when they are investors, or not investors, but maybe they are doing it as a business, they maybe have to get out of the card so they can get into the next thing, the next hype thing, and the next thing that's interesting. So that's why I said the two things that I would do right now are, one, buy if you can, and again, not financial advice. You do what you do within, you make your own decisions, you do your own due diligence, you budget for what you need to. I'm definitely not saying go and hot FOMO into everything right now, but just, if there are opportunities maybe to snipe a few cards that you've been looking at for some time, why wouldn't you? That's what I'm doing. If you want to get in some Sealed, is it a bad shout? For me, it's a good opportunity. And the second, or The second thing is just wait and see. Wait and see what happens. I bet you, well, I shouldn't say I bet you. I imagine that once OP15 comes out, is OP15 or OP16 the anniversary, or is it OP15 anniversary set? I'm not sure. Anyway, when the next big set comes out, an OP15, some of the SPs in there look awesome. Are we going to see the hype coming back in again? Are you going to start to see these cards rise again? And that's the whole thing. If you're collecting long term, don't sweat the up and down. Like it's a timing game. If you were collecting a year or more ago, or 2 years ago, or when the TCG came out, look, at the end of the day, when the TCG came out, you could buy Blue Bottom for RRP. It's now $5,000. $5,500 there was a sale for like 2 days ago. Still, it's a timing game. So I'm not saying, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to go and do exactly what I'm doing. I'm just giving you my perspective on what I'm doing right now, which is doing a little bit of buying, a little bit of sniping on cards I want. And then I'm also thinking about, let me wait and see, like those bigger purchases like that Gear 2 from the Gear 2 manga, Leafy manga. I'll give you an example on that. I nearly pulled the trigger at 2,000 US on that. £2,000, which is like 2,500 US. Somebody literally just offered me that for 1,000 US. Like, this is 4 weeks apart. That card, and that is considered a grail, has dropped by 50%. Now, long term, if I buy it at 1,000 US now, is that going to do well long term? That card? I can't see it going, and now I might be wrong, it might continue to drop to like 500, but are we going to see mangas at £500 again, 600-700 US? Are we going to see mangas that low again? I'm not sure. But anyway, I thought I'd bring you along today. Let me know what you think about the format. It's a bit new for me to do this walk and talk, but I thought the weather's been so awful in the UK, it'd be nice to get outside and do this kind of video rather than just sitting in the man cave the whole time and filming and recording videos in there. I thought I'd do it outside, and let me know what you think about the format and whether you enjoyed it. Probably a little bit more. My train of thought's probably jumping all over the place a bit because I haven't done this before, but yeah, love to hear from you guys in the comments, and see you on the next one. Cheers.